Gen Z is digging its own grave is something I've heard said in one way or another a lot about people my age. And we're always at each other's throats, trying to literally pull out their trachea. Hi again, guys, and today we're here to prove them at least partially right, but mostly wrong. Because today, we as people are gonna do something actually worth doing for once in this channel's life. Because while we will be looking at Gen Z cringe, first I want to tell you about Team Seas. You guys might be familiar with Team Trees that Mr. Beast did a few years back, and basically this is that, but for cleaning up plastic out the ocean. If you go to teamseas.org, put that on the screen, Nina, we're aiming to raise $30 million to remove 30 million pounds of plastic and trash from the ocean, rivers, and beaches by the new year. By the time this video goes up, I'll have donated $500 myself, and if you're able, I'd encourage you to donate as well. It's the first link in the description, and if you can't contribute, that's totally fine. Spreading awareness and the word helps a lot as well. But because I can't be uplifting for too long, otherwise my insides try to physically crawl out of me, did you know that half of you watching aren't subscribed? Big mistake. Subscribe with notifications on, or I'll turn you into one of those life model decoys they used in old infomercials. I'm wearing my fursuit head at school, and my god, they sure are wearing that damn thing. Not only do we have picture confirmation where the account that reposted this tweet did the internet equivalent of FBI witness protection and censored out their Twitter handle, but the furry in question pulled a 6ix9ine and rejected that security, telling the federal government to go fuck itself. They pulled up in the replies, not only claiming it was them, but they showed video evidence of them being involved in the crime. I'm the furry that caused this chaos.
Are you okay in there?
You can just feel the power that they felt like they had from this tweet dripping from every word. And you know, I do have a lot of respect for anyone who has the confidence to be that bold about the shit they enjoy. I'm too big of a pussy to even show my face on camera when I make fun of other people's faces. The only thing that really irks me about this situation is that when I was in high school, they didn't even let us have hats on inside of the building. They barely let you wear a mask these days, and we're in a pandemic. And yet we have this bozo wearing a full face covering helmet. If you don't know where that person sat in class, you'd never figure out who this motherfucker is. A lot of people have said that this is them painting a big fat target on their back to get bullied, but this is arguably the safest cringe interest you could possibly bring up at school. Because as long as you maintain the shtick, no one can see your face if you don't take that bitch off. The best part about this is that it wasn't even an isolated incident. There's an older post of this same person wearing their furry paws to school. So the truth is, they just keep fucking getting away with it. They've got the rest of us running in circles. Does anyone else get starstruck when they see a Korean after watching Squid Game, or is it just me? Okay, this seems like as good a time as any to address the claims that a lot of posts like this are total bait. This one especially because the same account I'm getting these pictures from posted someone making that same comment in a different place earlier, which makes it pretty obvious that this is a copy pasta that might not qualify as what some would call authentic cringe. It's like if cringe moments could be industry plants. I will say, a lot of what I covered in my last Gen Z video, and probably a lot of what's going to be in this one, is total bait. The thing is, my opinion on them is like the same as it is on industry plants. I don't care, because it's still fun to talk about and listen to. Gen Z probably still came up with most of that shit, so it's not stretching the title too far at least. I just figured I'd clarify my position on the issue before I went on to do the thing I was gonna do whether I brought it up at all. Buzz Lightyear has hair? Let me guess, he's gender neutral too? That just came out of fucking nowhere. That does not seem like something your stereotypical 13 to 23-year-old would say at all. It more comes off like one of their dads saw the Buzz Lightyear trailer, a movie about a guy who they assumed was bald and really related to because of that lack of hair, only to have what they thought he was about puked back into their face. So they took out that rage at Buzz's lack of a receding hairline on their kids, like they do pretty much all of their other emotional issues. All you ever post is music. What else am I supposed to post? Social justice infographics. Alternatively, they could post videos of their flat color ceiling to that music, so everybody who opens their story knows they're being moody. But I do like to imagine a world where there is a government-mandated amount of social justice infographics you have to post to your Insta story every week, but people just keep stretching the definition of social justice to smaller and more out there niches, and eventually they're just posting gamer-related statistics. Did you know? Roughly 26% of gamers suffer from depression. This is probably why they play video games, those sad little fucking nerds. You know, just relatable stuff like that. I have ADHD. Try having dyslexia. It's not a competition, LMAO. Okay, but if it was, I would win. Lil Orps is right. Suffering is not a contest, but I love how confident the other guy is. Like, sure, we all got our problems and they're all valid, but if they weren't all valid, mine definitely still would be. That's because my life sucks way more than yours. And don't forget it, punk. Like, you do have to have some sort of backbone to that strongly stand by how much more shit you think your life is than someone else's. I don't want to say I respect it, because I don't, but you're definitely a rare breed if you got the nutsack for that kind of mindset. Confederate and pie flag? it's a Norwegian flag. I can half understand why the Norwegian flag might be mistaken for the Confederate one if you've never left Kentucky your entire life. And I'll say, I'm probably missing some key context here, but how the fuck do you think that it's a combination with the bi pride flag? The colors don't even remotely line up. Like, y'all see the lighting behind me, right? These are the colors of the bisexual pride flag, like blue and pink. Where in the fuck do you see blood-stained pink anywhere in the Norwegian flag? I gotta be missing something here because I can't parse it out in my mind at all. Wait, if Jeff Bezos has $200 billion and there's 7 billion people on Earth, why can't we each get $1 billion and he's be left with $193 billion left? This is probably some of the most obvious bait I've seen, not just on the Gen Z cringe account, but just in general. And it does really make me question the quality control the dude running this page has. Like, you really suck at this. And because of that, I don't feel like saying too many potentially funny things directly about the image itself. Instead, I would like to transition to a TikTok I watched earlier today that was also about Jeff Bezos. Unfortunately, I can't find the original, so I can't play it. My friend showed it to me on screen share over Discord, so it's probably lost to me forever. So I'm just gonna have to audio narrate the scenario for you. It was something along the lines of, Jeff Bezos can make as much money as he wants, but if he keeps going for long enough, he'll eventually have to come to terms with the fact that he has to be the first ever sex virgin-tillionaire. How many hours do you have to spend to find the information to make that punchline work? Hey, I may be homophobic, I may be racist, but this song rocks. And isn't that the truth? Good art can always overcome evil in both directions. If you are a bigot and somebody you discriminate against made some shit that you know slaps on some subconscious level, your brain will not let you not enjoy it. You might just spend the rest of your life hating yourself for liking something. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? Alternatively, you can be one of the most evil and reviled people that ever exist and still be a decent painter. Warning in advance, this next exchange will hurt, but it won't hurt every person for the same reasons. How do I show my barber this hairstyle I want without showing him a picture of a twink Wojak? Just do it and then never come back. I'm thinking about editing a Monster Energy or UFC logo into the meme so it comes across less gay. What's the picture? Yes, master. Yeah, don't show him that. One of my all-time favorite tropes in media is someone saying, come on, it can't be that bad, and then they see the thing and realize, oh my god, it's that bad. This guy was fully willing to entertain the idea that it was just a nice haircut on an unfortunate image, but that image was just way too unfortunate. Also, even if you were to use that Wojak as a reference, what haircut could they possibly think you want from this? This is a single color blob. There is no detail in this at all. It's like you want him to turn your hair into a cardboard cutout. Your trim would have sucked no matter what you did with what you chose, dude. My dad stopped breathing. Playboy Cardi reference? God, this is just embarrassing for the commenter. The Playboy Cardi song he was talking about, Stop Breathing, has a line about Cardi's brother dying, not his dad. You got the completely wrong male relative, rap talk genius. You're not a real vamp. You're supposed to clean this out? Please put a trigger warning next time. For what? It's just a lot. So you want them to put trigger warning a lot? God, I don't know what part of this post was the biggest disappointment. The entire conversation was a complete breakdown and failure of human communication from the jump. Let me just go play by play so we can get at least close to 360-degree coverage. That first post, just horrendous. To all my 12-year-old viewers who don't know how to do laundry yet and think their clothes magically come back clean to them in the hamper every week, for when you're older, if your dryer stops drying stuff after multiple uses, you probably need to clean out your lint trap. That image of a full one just hurts to look at, but I know it would be so satisfying to clean it all out. Now, the real tough part to get through is the conversation in the replies. I think the first person was genuinely just flabbergasted, that's a good word, at the fact that the OP had let it get this bad, and they were just asking for a trigger warning as a joke. Like a, holy shit, how did you not know this already kind of thing. And then the guy with the athlete profile pic, it's always one of them, was genuinely asking what there needed to be a trigger warning for. The girl doesn't realize that he's just not in on the joke or something, and doesn't explain because there's not an incredibly good reason to, and says, it's just a lot. And then Mr. Athlete just takes that as literally as possible. So you want them to put trigger warning a lot? Exactly no information was exchanged in that conversation, and I'm just really mad at myself for how much time I wasted reading it. You're ugly. Tone indicator? Oh, I'm sorry. You're ugly / serious. I mean, this is exactly what tone indicators are for, to clear up any confusion in communication through text. Hey, I just want to be as considerate and clear as possible. I think you are hideous. When I look at you, my skin physically starts to wilt and flake off my body as I disintegrate under the weight of your unbearable looks. Y'all lactose intolerant bozos thinks the water's safe to drink. Jesus. This is about as far from Gen Z related as I think we've managed to get, but holy shit, it's too funny. I can't not include this shit, man. Shitting's what the lactose intolerant will be doing soon enough. That's what they get for not being more tolerant. If I was this guy, I would bring a whole ass cow that I would manually milk into my local reservoir. It just feels like a more personal and hands-on way to contaminate the water supply than this. Anyways, that's about as much friendly fire and taking jokes seriously as I can handle kill for one video. AKA, I got my mid-rolls and you got fucked. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Otherwise, I'll grind you into a spread you would usually put on a piece of toast. Remember, be sure to check out Team C's, teamcs.org. It's a worthy cause and it's a good excuse to come together as a wider YouTube community to try and do some good out in the world instead of what we usually do. I won't specify what that is, but some bad shit we're known for probably already popped in your head, which kinda tells you all you need to know. Remember, don't go after anyone I talked about in this video. It's meant to be in good fun and it's a complete waste of your time and you'll look very dumb if you go out and do all that shit. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Kwite where I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Subscribe to my second channel, Quote, where I post stream highlights. Join my Discord server, discord.gg/Kwite, and follow me on Twitter @Kwite. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and it's time to go outside.